Hello, folks. Welcome back to Chris Wyatt Report. Some truly strange developments in South Africa this weekend at the end of July. The independent line is unrepentant in its wrongful actions and doubles down, attacking the person they appear to have victimized through either their laziness, negligence, or, gosh forbid, malfeasance. I don't imagine it's the last one, but we really don't know what's going on here. On July 27th, 2024, the Independent Line ran an op-ed incorrectly marked as news, in which the media company launched an attack on its competitor News24. It's kind of funny, given both of these are leftist media outlets that carry the water for the corrupt and clueless African National Congress. The IOL is using its offices to promote independent media chairman Dr. Iqbal Swarve's attack on his competitor News24. Now, scrambling to cover their backs and divert attention from what is really at stake, the subversion of democracy through the use of a network of disinformation operatives, News24's nonsensical article written by compromised journalist Jeff Wicks about the lawsuit against the mistaken public identification of Mohammed Yaqub Vadwa by IOL and independent media is a sign of desperation, so says Dr. Iqbal Swarve. Now, this bold letter accusation includes no evidence to support the claim that News24 is spreading disinformation. Dr. Swarve continues, indeed, it is our contention that Vadwa's lawyer, Rupert Candy, is potentially aiming to extort money to the tune of 1.2 million rand from our companies, our editors, and myself. We have informed Mr. Candy that we will oppose any actions. Now, he said, I find it fascinating that Mohammed Yaqub Vadwa from KwaZulu-Natal goes all the way to Sandton to lay a charge. Did he first meet with Fikile Mbalula of the ANC? Oh, folks, shots fired, shots fired. The IOL continues with its bizarre news story. Be that as it may, the News24 apartheid propaganda machine is now in full swing. They are devastated that we have exposed the sock puppet account Ghulam MV and Ghulam Mohammed Vadwa's political handlers. In desperation, they're trying to intimidate my editors and I. We will continue to expose them since these are, without doubt, matters of public interest, Swarve said. What exactly are they talking about? Vadwa wasn't bothering anyone. You exposed him to danger. He's had death threats as a consequence of you publicly revealing his name and falsely attributing him to something he had nothing to do with. And you seem completely unrepentant. In fact, you're going on the attack against the person you appear to victimize. Swarve said the mistaken identification of Mohammed Yaqub Vadwa, the comedian. Now, interesting in this story that IOL neglects to tell you that Mohammed Yaqub Vadwa is a KZN University lecturer. I guess they're trying to diminish his credibility by claiming he's simply a comedian. Now, they say this Swarve's mistaken identification of Mohammed Yaqub Vadwa was just that, an error, for which independent media publications publicly apologize. Oh, okay. All right, so that makes it better. Their lazy journalism endangering his life and a video apology makes it all better. It's all forgiven. He didn't have to waste money moving his family to protect them from being attacked. His life isn't in danger. His reputation isn't in tatters because of your negligence. Is Swarve living in an alternate reality? He thinks it's simply making a video apologizing for the danger he put this man in, for the libel that he committed, gets him off the hook. You're a media publication. You're responsible for what you publish. Now, he said that attacking the victim, he said he declined to engage with the team directly to accept our apology, instead resorting to legal counsel and bogusly claiming various injuries. Swarve said that Vyasan Subramoni and Senekal Devet have been very clear that it was never the intention to reveal the wrong identity. This is a media company? No wonder the IOL constantly runs race hustling stories without context and often devoid of facts. How does South Africa not have a press ombudsman to address this egregious conduct? So they said it wasn't their intent and we're supposed to believe them? They also revealed this man to the public and claimed that he was an evil doer. And here's who he is. Here's his phone number. Here's where you can find him. And that was wrong. So what makes you think that we should believe what you're saying now? And he continues. The facts are that our revealing of the true identity behind the sock puppet X account at Ghulam MV, Mr. Ghulam Mohammed Vadwa, is to stop the subversion of democracy. Stop this version of democracy. All right, I got to pause. Ghulam Mohammed Vadwa and his handlers have waged a war of terror, defamation, and harassment against many individuals and companies who have opposed President Ramaphosa and his allies for 6 years. So you're not the fourth estate. Your job isn't to hold the government accountable. It's to run interference for people who expose the government's fraud. What you've just said, those are not facts. They're your opinion. The IOL is very confused. The role of fourth estate is news reporting and to hold government accountable, not to attack the critics of government. A war of terror? Really? Who exactly has been charged with domestic terrorism over these incidents? Please detail the terror incidents for us. Otherwise, it's just hyperbole on your part. Now, a survey said that News24, part of Media24, who appear to be supporting the spread of disinformation, if not actively campaigning, has itself a long sordid history with the country's former oppressors. Really? Wasn't Media24 formed after the end of apartheid, or around the end of apartheid, 92 or something like that? Disinformation? Does he mean running stories libeling a member of parliament with an altered video? That was IOL that got punked, not News24. He continues, contrary to this approach, and for the record, IOL, independent media, and myself will always defend the media's right to do investigations and expose those who harm or intend to cause harm to the public. The country, it's constitutional democracy. And it's constitutional democracy. Watch this space, survey said. So the IOL does indeed have a role, folks, and responsibility to do investigations. So my question to the IOL is, how are your investigations into Pala Pala, PPE theft, Julius Malema, the VBS scandal, the Sandef in the DRC, criminal syndicates' role in farm murders, ESCOM's corruption, dead infants and toddlers in PE because the ANC turned away money and let them starve, ANC failure in Northwest Province, and so on? How are those investigations going, IOL? You are the fourth estate. And expose those who harm or intend to cause harm to the public? Do you mean the IOL itself? You appear to have caused grievous harm to an innocent man in your obsession with the Gulam exposing corruption. Are you not causing harm to the public yourself? Now, folks, this is a bizarre attack on News24. It would appear that IOL's rush to get Gulam and their epic cock-up has the company running scared, hoping to influence public opinion rather than set things right. Perhaps they should reconsider this approach. Their actions and attacks will backfire and could provide plenty of legal fodder should Ronaldo Jos attorneys come after them for using an altered video to libel the member of parliament. This is strange. Now, I have no love for News24. It often reports things to carry the water for the ANC, as I've exposed time and again. But the IOL does the same. It's almost hysterical to see two leftist media organizations now in conflict over one of them being lazy journalists. That's the bottom line here. All right, folks, thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll catch you next time here on the program. What a bizarre development in South Africa. Cheers.